What's this?
It's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso. Yeah, that way.
Spend the day with me as a chronically ill business owner. So first things first, I just detached from my fluids that I ran overnight and went and got a coffee. I had a new tape delivery come this morning, so I just cut up a new tape and got that ready to put on. I then did my makeup and secured my tube. I drove to the office then and got straight on with packing orders. I showed these yesterday, but these are my new Teddy Red Design thank you slips, so I was just cutting off the round edges here. It was a very tedious job, but it looked so good when it was done. And I'd repeated the process with the little tags as well. I'm using these as retail tags and as backs for our pin badges. I think I punched about 300 of these in total this morning. And this is what they look like as pin badges. Then I just set up my vinyl cutter, and while that was running I did some admin work, by which point I was absolutely exhausted, but you know, gotta carry on. I then did the same thing to the Teddy Red Loungewear thank you cards and then went home to sort my tube out.
So I wake up, I'm on the floor, I've just passed out, and this is what I wake up to. Yeah.
Your tattoo was dry and you were in a safe place and I knew you weren't gonna do it. So
Hi,
I
Aspen.
decided to do it for you.
Thanks, huh?
So if you're anything like me, these last couple years have brought a lot of changes and a lot of uncertainty. Being diagnosed with a chronic illness can be confusing and it can be pretty lonely. One of the things that has kept me going is finding a community of people that are going through similar things. So today I wanted to tell you about this amazing new platform, Stuff That Works. You start by creating an account, and then you can search from over 600 conditions to find your community. You start by answering a survey about your symptoms, treatments you've tried, your lifestyle, etc. And then you have access to accumulation of knowledge built by those in your community. You can find data all about symptoms and treatments, ask and answer questions, and join discussions on various topics. Now, this information is not a substitute for medical advice, but it is a great tool to have when you're learning about your condition. My favorite part of the app is that based on over 60 points of data from your report, it places you on a map that shows you members of your community that are the most like you. From there, you can learn what has helped them, and you can connect with them to share experiences and find support. I know how easy it is to feel isolated when you're diagnosed with a chronic illness, so I'm so glad I found a place like Stuff That Works that makes connecting to others who are going through similar things so easy. You can download the app in the App Store, or you can go to stuffthatworks.health to find your community today.
You guys, I'm hurting so bad. I'm having a real bad sickle cell crisis. I have COVID on top of it, pneumonia in my chest and my lungs. I've been calling for pain meds since 3:30. I was due at 3:30 for pain meds. These people have not came in here at all yet. I've been pressing this button, nothing. Then I call again. She's like, you know, you're not the only patient. I know that. But waiting 40 minutes for some relief for a sickle cell patient is unacceptable. Then y'all be like, oh, call the supervisor. You can call the charge nurse. You can call this for help. Call that for help. How? When they don't have shit on the board. Nothing is on the board. Nothing is on the board. Not a number. Not a date. Not nothing. Who the fuck am I gonna call? This shit is ridiculous, yo, I swear.
People send me hate because they're like, there's people in this world that could be using that wheelchair and you're using it just for your hand. Like, no, my friend. I'm using it because my legs don't work.
Of course you can ask, I don't mind at all. Yeah, this is a subcutaneous cannula, so I do it for my subcut injections because I don't absorb everything in my jedge. So certain medications like ondansetron, buscopan and chlorphenamine are three of the main ones. And I leave the cannulas in because I bruise very easily and bleed very easily, so it's better than doing multiple injections multiple times a day. But I change them every 3 days. This one does need to change, actually, a dressing change and an actual subcut change. But yeah, that's the reason why.
As a chronically ill person, there is not a single greater struggle than what is illustrated in this tweet.
looks cool because it looks cool? Oh yeah, because having depression because of your feeding tube's so cool. Being malnourished is so cool now. Oh my god. You are disgusting. You clearly don't know how traumatic feeding tubes are. Like, they are so traumatic where they literally had to drug me just to place the feeding tube. They are so traumatic and they're so hard to take care of, and you're out here wanting one. You can gladly take mine because I don't want it. None of us want a feeding tube. They're literally not just a toy, they are a medical device for serious issues.
Now more than ever, more and more people are becoming disabled, and there's a reason for this, other than COVID. People aren't dying as much, and it's a good thing! Before, diseases like meningitis would easily kill someone, but now that we have better treatments, better doctors, more research, people are surviving more, which is a really good thing. But because of what their body went through, they're often left with a disability. Our life expectancy as human beings is getting longer and longer, and as a result, more people are becoming disabled because you get disabilities as you grow older. More people who are getting into car crashes are surviving because the doctors can save them, but they may be left with a disability. Now, before I get to comment to people saying that this is a bad thing because these people should have died because they're a burden on society, stop right there. Death is not preferable to disability. If you think the world would be better if disabled people were dead, that's eugenics. So yes, people surviving and living with a disability is better than people dying.
look into your eyes, it is like paradise. I'm gonna be there next to you.